Sometimes it's good to just dance.
Welcome to the Good Stuff Family Podcast. I'm Dawn Kendrick, and I am so glad you're here. These are stories from the perspective of a news reporter on a next level assignment. Everyone has a story. Stories of hope, resilience, and how we believe God weaves people, relationships, opportunities, all of it for good. For many of us, faith leads our steps, others not so much. But that is what makes this growing Good Stuff family great. We know the journey is better together. Welcome to the family.
Well, I got a suggestion. Sometimes it's good to just dance. Come along.
Come along. That's a good vibe to get started.
It's fun. I like it.
It's so great. Thank you to Rich for
Morning,
putting
everyone.
that together. Good morning, Good Stuff family. We took it on the road this time to Fairport Harbor.
Yeah, we're live at the Fairport Family Restaurant. We figured Dawn's in town. Why not?
Yeah, he's amazing. He has this whole portable setup thing. I mean, I watch him. He does it in like 15 minutes. You're such a godsend.
Oh, it's so much fun.
Yeah. And okay, so let's talk about that new intro. If you noticed, you guys, that's brand new, hot off the press from Rich. Our friend Carlos Jones set the tone there with that song. And he often plays in Fairport Harbor even, this is kind of like a vibe that is synonymous with the Good Stuff family and Carlos Jones. Peace, love, unity, community.
That's exactly how I was going to describe it, a vibe. Total vibe. I mean, it's a nice mellow way to start. We thought awesome song to start with coffee in the morning.
Yeah. And it ended perfectly. We said God was kind of editing with you. I think,
absolutely.
With that come along,
It ended right where it needed to end.
Yeah. And we have Chappelle in there, my friend, our friend who I love the rain, which
I thought about him today.
I did too. It's raining outside at Fairport Harbor. But again, just when you, if you're not familiar, it's a kind of a quaint little, you know what? I'm going to read the exact thing from on the, let's play the little video so you can get an idea. This is the officially produced video. And then we're going to come back and talk about why I love it so much here. Okay.
Fairport Harbor is this summer's gateway destination. Just 30 miles northeast of Cleveland, Fairport Harbor is the perfect day trip or weekend getaway. Enjoy the beautiful family-friendly beach with kayak and paddleboard rentals. Explore the quaint and quiet village filled with historic sites, local shops, and charming restaurants. Visit Fairport today and enjoy all the natural beauty the lakefront community has to offer. Fairport Harbor. Life is better in a beach town.
I would agree with that.
I like it.
Even on a rainy day.
Yeah, it's very mellow in town, and I love it. It's just a very cool. Again, let's go back to vibe. That's our Friday word of the day is vibe.
And here's the good thing. You can choose it. You can choose your vibe.
Absolutely.
Here, let's have a toast. This is what keeps us going in the mornings when we're at home. We're usually joined virtually. Now we're in person.
Yeah, it was a hard decision to make. I texted Dawn and I said, we should get together. You're in town. Let's do the live. Let's break format. Let's do our makeup. I did my hair. It was amazing.
That didn't take him long either.
No. I save a ton of money on hair product.
I did not know we were going to be on camera, to be honest. And I'm like, all right, let's just do it. Let's do it. So again, Fairport Harbor, I have a real affinity for this area. I just do. And it's been in the last even 4 or 5 years, just growing these individual shops and these people who are saying, I'm going to do what I love. Ooh, speaking our language. Right. And so this is the official, what they say, if you go online, it offers the most beautiful natural settings of the coastal community on the Great Lakes. It's on Lake Erie. Charming harbor town is perched on the bluffs above the mouth of the Grand River and overlooks 2 historic lighthouses. Let's just show those. Hey, so here's the thing about seeing us on camera. You're going to also get a peek into how we run this thing raw and live and real. But look at some of these lighthouses. I think, this is right down the street. I'm going to have to get rid of us behind there. So yeah, and you have the bike path, and this, when you're on the lake, and you happen to have friends like Denise and Eddie Winter who have a boat and you get to take it in, look how gorgeous this is. This is the backyard. We could walk there from here, Rich, out on the pier. It's beautiful. So you get kind of an idea from the pictures of the vibe. But what we wanted to do is talk about what these business owners are doing, kind of the stories within the story, if you will, that is Fairport Harbor, because they have, look at this view. Isn't that gorgeous? But what if you just drive by, you're missing the vibe of really the heartbeat and the pulse of what did I mess this up? Oh, sorry.
No, I got it. No, you're good.
He's like the Wizard of Oz, and I'm messing. um, but so okay, so let's talk if we can, because we're gonna be here. I'm here all weekend. I want to talk about like kayaking here is fantastic. Have you ever kayaked?
No,
On the
I'm
lake?
afraid of kayaking. It looks like it's too small of a hole that I can't escape. I'm okay with canoeing, but I'm afraid of getting stuck in the kayak and not being able to get
That's
out.
a
if I
real
need to.
concern.
It
I get
is,
that.
Yeah.
And we when we do it, our story for my friend Kelly when we went one time, the plan was I go out a little bit ahead because I like to make it like a real workout, and she can always see me, and then I'll come back, and then we head back. Well, at one point she couldn't see me, and she's like, "Forget it, I'm going back." So next thing I see, I'm like, "Where's Kel?" And next thing I see, here comes this boat with two women waving frantically. I'm like, "What is going on?" They're like, "Dawn!" I'm like, what is happening? You know, get in. They're shouting. I can hear them just fine. We'll pull your kayak behind us. I said, Amy, it was Amy, my friend Amy Beekler and Heather. I go, well, I don't want to get in. I'm having a workout. Oh, Kelly thought you were like in distress. Not in distress. I'm working out. I got a workout going on here. But every time I come here, I think of that. But it's your happy.
Yeah.
For me, it's the happy place. It's so serene. It's our backyard.
I love the water. Like if I could put my house anywhere, it would be right off the lake. It would be awesome. Kellyanne says beach vibes, watching from the beach too. Well, put your toes in the sand, Kellyanne.
Yeah.
And then
your pooper in the water. Wait, no. I was trying to not say ASS, but I guess pooper is even. That's what my friend Jonah calls it. I guess that's even grosser. Pooper. You know how the word is got my toes in the water, bottom in the sand.
I get it now. I get it.
Sorry, it's ruined that song for everybody.
And then I'm going to say this again, vibe, because Mindy Lee says, when Rich says vibe, I drink my coffee. So vibe. I want to see you twisting around that room, Mindy.
Oh, so it's like a drink. They're making it like a coffee drinking game. That's hilarious. All right. Vibe. I love it. So we have a couple businesses we want to talk about here. I first want to apologize to all the businesses that when I was leaving today from our awesome bed and breakfast that our friend Chris allowed me to stay in, my keys are very sensitive when I'm getting them out of the purse. So while I'm still in the bed and breakfast, I hear the car alarm. I thought, who is that jerk?
This is your wake-up call, Fairport.
In this sleepy harbor town. I'm like, sorry. I'm trying to fling open the blinds. Yeah, she's here. Look, there goes the neighborhood, right? Yeah. So apologies. But let's start if we can. I want to pull up this picture. There's a store here, a storefront called Junie Balloony. Oh. What do you think they sell there?
Well, I would guess balloons.
Yes, you would, but you would be incorrect. They have like these glasses here like this. See, they sell like crafty things.
Okay, yeah.
They have these kind of like flowers and stuff. But this is the story that I love behind it. So here's the owner there, okay? That's Amy. And I'm just going to read for you the story that I found online about her. So this is good stuff vibe. This is what we hope you can all take from this. What's on your heart? Like, what is it? Are we just muddling through the day? Or are we looking for that calling? Like for us, it's a God calling, purpose-driven life. So here's her story. It all started with flowers and a story, okay? Again, this is from Amy from Junie Balloony. My dad died of cancer at the age of 48. I was 8 months pregnant with my youngest child. The last time I saw him, I think he knew I wasn't completely happy. He told me, "You get one life." Those words were small and didn't seem to take hold of me then. A few months later, he was gone. His message lingered in the back of my mind for a few years, but I was a busy mom trying to make ends meet. I worked the afternoon shift as a 911 dispatcher. I put my children on the school bus at 8:23 in the morning and said, "See you tomorrow." I was not living my one life the way I wanted, but it was all I knew. Ooh, who's listening and who can relate to that? Who is this speaking to right now? I'm not, I wasn't living the way I wanted, but it was all I knew. I can relate. I can relate back in the day. Each day, my dad's words grew stronger until I finally decided to listen. This started out as a hobby, a creative outlet for my stressful job and busy life. You know what? I have a picture here. Here's her dad. There we go. Okay. Um, it was a hobby. And so, again, it was something she loved. Rich, we can relate to
Oh,
that.
100%.
Like for me, I love storytelling and I love networking people who are good stuff and God stuff and uplifting and encouraging. So it started as a hobby, a creative outlet for her stressful job and busy life. Junie Balloony is the nickname I gave our only daughter when she was born. There you go. I dressed her in pink and clipped flowers into her hair. Those pretty little flowers were my way of reminding Junie to bloom to her fullest potential each and every day, even though mom wasn't always able to be by her side.
Wow.
Is that so cool? I have goosebumps. While I was away at work, my children were constantly on my mind. I hated that I wasn't present for the evening routine. I wanted a little piece of mom with them as they fell asleep, so I started writing bedtime stories for them. After several years of dreaming, writing, editing, drawing, and raising money by selling my homemade hair flowers, so cool, at craft fairs, I put one of those stories in actual book form and self published it. Being creative made me happy, but missing out on so much of my children's lives was still miserable. That's when I started taking big leaps. Is she speaking our language?
Right.
Yeah. Big leaps that eventually led me to where I am now, home. Junie Balloony LLC is now so much more than hair flowers and storybooks. It is a family business. It is a creative joy. Notice even the difference in the language,
Yes.
right? The way she described before, a creative joy that lets me bloom in capital letters. It is food on my dinner table and college tuition for my kids. Most importantly, it is an example to my children that they can live their one life, quoting her dad, the way they choose. Enjoy your one life. Do what you love to bloom to your fullest potential. Signed, Amy.
Wow.
That's so cool.
That is cool.
It's so cool. And here's a picture of her kids. I wasn't able to get it in. Let's see if you bring us live. Let's see if I can pull this up. This is our stellar.
I'll take it.
Oh yeah. Let's go over
I'm
there.
a live. Oh, the live.
Yeah.
cam.
Can you see them? Look how cute. See? So who can relate to that? Who can relate to? All righty. We got to do what we got to do, but the grind getting in the way of your good stuff dream.
Right. Well, and some of us may not even realize what that good stuff dream is, right? Because we've talked about God's plan. We can tell him our plan and watch him laugh.
Yeah.
Right. But because he knows what he needs us to do, it's whether or not we're ready to accept it.
Yes.
And
listening, trying to listen.
I mean, going on my second year. I'm in my second year now at Cleveland State. I'm loving it. I'm having a ball. I missed being Mr. or Dr. Smith in the classroom. I miss my students.
And
I
saw
miss teaching
personally firsthand how those kids loved you and respected you and how cool you made their classes. I saw it when I came.
Right. You came to talk to the class. This past a couple weeks ago, I worked a festival, and one of my favorite parts about the festival in general is seeing all the kids who come back.
Yeah, generations.
And they come back and say hello. It's their chance to meet up with us and reminisce. And my wife is always amazed when they come up and talk about how much they love me in class. And I said, I told you people like my cherub-like demeanor.
Cherub-like.
Yeah. but it's fun. And I miss it. But if I hadn't taken that leap of faith, if I hadn't said, all right, it's time to grow, and been open to God's plan. Yeah.
See,
and I used to say all the time, it's time to grow. I tell my students, you always know when it's time to grow. It's time to move on. It's time to develop. It's time to blossom. And so, I mean, we may not know it at the time, but it's God's way of saying, I know what's good for you.
I got you. Yeah. And so this spoke to me again, when I read it, just kind of looking over some businesses in Fairport, because my mama always said, bloom where you're planted. And my sister-in-law and I were sometimes like, oh, for the love, because my mom believed you make the best of whatever. right?
Mhm.
But sometimes it was, I got her a mug from the dollar store, said bloom where you're planted, like almost as a joke. And now that our mama's gone, I'm like, I'm sorry, mama. Mama's smart.
Well, and that's the whole
Yeah.
phrasing behind putting down roots.
Yes.
And giving yourself a space to grow.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. So I thought, when I read this, I thought of my own. First of all, her dad passed away from cancer. So did mine. And my mama, I thought this is a perfect opportunity to show. I've done this in speaking engagements, and some people who listen regularly may know this story. But so when I moved to St. Louis to be closer to her, she ended up passing away not long after, right? And I had planted these flowers in the little box that you put on the porch in front, the patio in front, and they were supposed to be flowers that were impossible to kill, or well, they weren't that impossible,
Right?
Because it wasn't long they were dead, and I'm like, well, it's the opposite. It's supposed to look beautiful. It looks terrible.
Yeah.
So I just dug it out.
I thought the front lawn was supposed to look brown in the summer.
Yeah. The lawn's looking pretty good, I gotta be honest, but the flowers, So dug them all out. Well, about a week later, I look out there. Look, you're not even gonna believe. Let me show you this. There was nothing, you guys. It was dirt. That's all that was left. I certainly wasn't watering it. There was nothing left in there. Okay. So check out this video really quickly. Hold on. Here we go. That's almost like, mama, mama, what? But now the pressure's on. I'm like, oh my, what am I? Okay. So do not die on me. You can't die on me. This was a survivor,
Yeah.
So I bought potting soil. I dug it out real carefully and repotted it inside. And every time I would pass it, mama, that sounds crazy. But look, you can't make this up. So, okay. So here it is. Here it is potted inside. Ready? There it is. See, beautiful. It's going to thrive. It's got all new soil. I'm watering it diligently. Don't you know? Ready? A couple days later. Can you believe that?
Okay.
Like a mama and a daughter flower. Two of them.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Two of them. And I just thought I would share that because honestly, sometimes I believe there are signs and I believe God speaks.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, bloom where I'm planted. Okay, now could someone be more specific? Because as you know, I split my life right now between Cleveland, where we are, today, and St. Louis. So when I read Junie Ballooney, Amy's story about Junie Ballooney, it spoke to me. And that's what we're hoping to do while we're here.
Yeah.
I put us back in black there.
And that's what you should name the flowers. Call one Cleveland and the other one St. Louis.
Okay.
You name them Cleveland and St. Louis.
What if I could bloom in both?
Right.
Ooh, I like that. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's
okay.
It reminds me of Wall-E. Did you ever see the movie Wall-E? And it's about all civilization decides to go off in the ship because they've destroyed the earth.
Okay.
And they find it uninhabitable, and so but they have all these little garbage robots that try and clean up everything.
Okay.
He finds the one plant left in civilization. He puts it in a little milk cart, and he's trying to get it along, saying, "Look, it can grow. Things can grow here." And it's him trying to get this plant to the ship, and it's a great story. Watch it if you haven't watched it. It'll pull the heartstrings.
Wall-E.
Wall-E.
How do you spell it?
WALL-E.
Okay.
Wonderful movie.
All right. Put that on the watch list. Yeah, this whole concept of rooted, I just did it out this way at Leroy Community Chapel. I did spoke with some women, a women's group there about being rooted, rooting, allowing God to pruning, and then growing.
Right.
Like those 3 steps, as basic as it sounds. So it gets kind of deep when you tap, I didn't expect to find that story about Junie Ballooney.
It's a great story.
But you come to Fairport Harbor, and I'm telling you that again. Ready here.
It's that vibe, that Friday vibe, Mindy.
That there's something better. That all the chaos that swirls in our heads, and in the all this bad news and stuff. The truth is, it's like you come here and you see what's possible, seeing the possible, right? and we can profile what time. Let's keep an eye on the time.
8:19.
Okay, so let's profile a couple more of these. There's a Jewel Beans Coffee and Crepes. Let's see, I have a picture of that. I don't know if anyone's been to Fairport Harbor or live. Weigh in the comments here, would you? That'd be awesome.
I'll tell you, we had our dog trained out here. There's a wonderful guy. His name is James, and he runs a business called Inline
have
Canine.
heard of him.
He's amazing. And
Come on.
we would drive out here a couple times a week, and he would meet us in the park, and we'd work with Rosie, and he was amazing.
All right, shout out to him. Here's Jewel Beans Coffee and Crepes. It's a unique itty bitty coffee shop serving specialty coffee, teas, and sweet and savory crepes. We got that. There's a place, let's see, called the Gravel Pit. This is inside. You can see some of the things
That's
that they
cute.
sell. Yeah. Specialty shop featuring reclaimed vintage, industrial, and customized furniture, art, and home decor. Our vendors offer unique gifts made locally in Northeast Ohio. Again, that's a cool vibe. Okay, hold on one moment, please.
Yep. Here we go, Mindy.
Cheers. Yeah, local. It's Ohio, made in Northeast Ohio. Hand poured soy candles, a variety of scents made in house throughout the year with specialty scents featured each season. And you'll find a full line of natural soaps and other bath products. There's a live bistro that has live music on the weekends. All of this rebirth is the word I'm coming up with right now.
Yeah, rejuvenation.
Yeah,
it's
right.
I love that you said it was a live bistro because it's so much beats a dead one. Like it's
live music.
Oh, gotcha.
Right. Lyric Bistro. I probably said it
Lyric,
incorrectly. Okay, my bad. It's called Lyric Bistro with
There you
live
go.
music on the weekends. And then here's this My World Better. It's called. We're going to visit there tonight. They have painting classes, even for beginners. Thank goodness. That's how I'll be joining. It's owned by Mary Hunt. It says we're a collection of artists teaching classes, offering services, and making really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. Here's the gravel pit, by the way, outside. I wanted to make sure we showed the exterior of that. But yeah, that My World Better. Look how cool that space is,
that
huh?
is neat.
Don't you just want to sit there and be? And that's all they say. You can just come and be.
I would draw the best stick figure in the world in that environment.
It's not only painting though. So it's also like it's just a way to connect to other people in the community.
Yeah, no,
you don't
it's
even have
wonderful.
to draw if you don't want to, right? My World Better. Here's some of the things so you can teach or sell there. Over a dozen artists teaching classes, selling cool stuff. This sounds like yes, please. Retail area full of thrifted fashion, jewelry, art supplies, books, unique gifts. You can stay a while, enjoy that cozy seating, creative workspaces, and good. Again, yes, please to all of it. I love it so much. So we'll be there tonight. My friend Sam's coming in. We're going to try the class. We're going to talk to Mary again. I can't wait to hear her story. Mary Hunt. You know, it was this grind. And she said, I just want to have a place where we can celebrate each other in community. Are they speaking our language or what?
Right.
See? That's it. Yeah. And then we have the lighthouse we talked about. There's also going to be this mindful mixer tonight. This is a let's see, it's the bottle. Let me make sure I get it correct. Free Spirit Bottle Shop with Christina Backnick. I hope I'm saying her name correctly. I haven't met her yet. But it's non-alcoholic. So for like mocktails and like all these fancy, here, let's see. Here's this. There we go. Free Spirit Bottle Shop. Think differently, drink differently. So they have all these things you can buy that are spirit-free liquor alternatives, vodka, everything else.
Wow.
So tonight, what they're going to, here she is. See how cool. Don't you feel the vibe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go, Mindy.
And it was because, I didn't even realize. Oh my gosh, we're taking drinks, you guys. Every time we say vibe, Mindy suggested we have a drink of coffee. So when you hear these pauses and lip smacks, probably. Mm-hmm. They're going to be like, you know what? We're going to have to put a maximum on the amount of cups of coffee you're drinking here. And who are you again? Yeah. So anyway, the Free Spirit Bottle Shop, this Christina there, her story is that she just was in her life not happy with the role that alcohol was playing. And again, this choosing to bloom in a better, making more fertile, if you will, her life. So she said, I'm going to invite other people who want to tap into living an alcohol-free life and this cute little bottle. The shop that she has officially called Free Spirit Bottle Shop, and you can buy this non-alcoholic, alcohol-free vodka, rum, whiskey, gin, bourbon,
Wow.
tequila, and more. Perfect for creating delicious mocktails, it says. And so tonight is this happy hour, and it's, it occurs to me as I say it, it's like really happy because it's people who are mindfully present,
Yeah.
and they're going to go to the lighthouse, that iconic historic Fairport lighthouse, which is
It's right outside the door.
it is, and
Like-
it's a I mean, it's obviously the role of a lighthouse to draw people in, but it really is iconic Fairport Harbor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and again, you pick up on all of this stuff in these little towns in Ohio, and you don't realize the impact it has on its people. And then you come to realize when you visit these spaces why people stay, because they just enjoy the
Yeah.
vibe.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, for Pete's sake, I'm gonna need to use the bathroom. A lot of coffee. But yeah, so yeah, they stay. And more importantly, here, like I've seen it. It's like Chris, my friend, they're investing. These people are investing in this area because they see the value. And the homes are being rehabbed. And it's just it's a huge blessing to be able to be here this weekend for sure, and to tap into that mojo. There we go.
I was ready,
Mojo.
Mindy. I was ready.
Oh, here, yeah. And when I said my world better, I'm sorry, I wanted to show this picture. This is her right there, the Mary who we're going to meet tonight. She is the one who just kind of leaped into what she thought was going to be something more purposeful for her life. So huge shout out to her as well, Mary Hunt. Kudos for leading by example.
Yeah.
I think, right?
I mean, it's just a wonderful, and this is why we wanted to highlight this, because it's a nice, cool way of working into your weekend.
Mm-hmm.
It's relaxing, and that's what it's about. It's about building that community, about being with people, being around. The look on our faces when we came in, like, yes, what's the Wi-Fi?
We don't have
and
Wi-Fi.
Like, we don't have Wi-Fi. It's like, wow, I guess we can't live without it, right?
Well, we used our hotspot.
Oh, hey, we gotta get
Sandy.
Let me get Sandy and say hi to Sandy here.
Yeah. Oh, let me get rid of this picture. Look at, Sandy. God bless you.
Sandy's our wonderful server here today. She's been keeping us caffeinated. You might regret that later, Sandy. But
She's like, "Are you gonna eat?" We said we promised we'll eat afterwards.
That was
Yeah. And Edna, one of my favorite lines from Christmas Vacation. Can you weigh in the comments if you're picking up that vibe from Vacation? I love when she comes out and she's like, "Are we gonna eat? We starved to death." She's got her little walker. Imogene Coca. Like the day she passed away, I thought I needed to take off work. I thought, I loved her. All right. So who else is weighing in on the comments?
Well, Mindy just keeps yelling, "Drink."
Oh, Mindy, look, hear my laugh. They call it like a smoker laugh, but I don't smoke. When I laugh hard, I'm like, that is funny though. Mindy's monitoring.
But yeah, the beach vibes. Jackie Bertolette, of course, stopping in, saying hello. We have Kellyanne.
Jackie doesn't live too far from here either.
Oh no?
Mm-mm. No, maybe we should do a road trip to her house.
We're just gonna do the good stuff tour 2024.
I know. I'm looking forward to doing this though. Hopefully we have a theme in St. Louis and Cleveland.
Yeah.
Like highlight these little pockets of areas that you don't even know until you tap into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the good stuff is everywhere.
You find the little places like Fairport Harbor Restaurant. That was Sandy's, the Sandy's that are tucked away. Yeah, I do enjoy coffee. We should get a coffee sponsor.
Oh, we should.
Who's out there who wants a sponsor?
I almost got us Duncan to bring, because I didn't know if we were going to come to the restaurant or what we were going to do for this morning. And I was going to say the good stuff run, and we run on the good stuff. But no, sorry, Duncan, you have to pay up in order to be the sponsor.
That's right. Duncan has that. That's right. They
That's
do.
right.
Okay. Note to self, reach out. Duncan the Billy. Look at what all these people did. They thought
You
big.
had
They
Ben
dreamed
Affleck,
big.
you had Matt Damon, you can have Don Kendrick, Duncan. We're just saying.
And Rich, the dynamic duo. We can take it on the road. Look at us now. We're mobile. So let's see. We have a couple more minutes. Let's just see what I had so much stuff on here to talk about today. But Fairport Harbor, if you come out this weekend, make sure you give us a shout, like text us, right? Or message us. Yeah. Come find us. We'll be kayaking if it doesn't rain. I think not just rain, but thunderstorms.
I know. But you know what? Because my family is leaving on vacation on Sunday, and I was looking ahead, and it's supposed to rain because there's a hurricane coming through. But
You're going to Florida.
yeah, we're heading down to Florida. But but I just can think about that rain, right?
We love the rain.
So
Think of it differently.
Yeah.
Always we think of it differently because of our friend Chappelle, who was blind, and his mom passed away. And when it rained, even though he was blind, he had a hip replacement that didn't heal well. You know, he ended up having cancer. He would say, I love the rain because it rained when we buried her. And I love the rain because I feel like she's reaching down from heaven and touching my face. You can't know that guy or know that story and think about the rain the same way.
right.
And it's for people who know me are like, how many times can she tell the story? I don't think enough.
No.
Because he ended up passing away. And we used to say he's the blind leading the blonde, and it's still the blind leading the blonde. So if you're listening too, like, be a Chappelle. Like, how could we make our words matter?
Absolutely.
How do we lead by example? And the impact that we have. This life is temporary. Lord knows. We've got so many friends who, we've done the stories, cancer warriors and stuff who are no longer with us. But this is temporary. But what do they say? They may not remember what you said, but they'll remember how you made them feel.
Yeah.
It's true. Like, so embrace that vibe, the similar vibe that you find in Fairport
There
Harbor
we go.
that says, take the leap, get those roots in what's important, what matters most, and just continue to grow. That's our wish for y'all. And we're so grateful that you joined us in Fairport Harbor. And what we say, and we mean it, and it's a challenge, if you will, or an opportunity for all of us to see the good in others and to be the good for them. It's not hard. Lots of people are doing it in Fairport Harbor.
Mhm.
On your mark, get set.
Let's go.
Sometimes it's good to just dance.
You've been listening to Dawn Kendrick's The Good Stuff Family Podcast. If you found inspiration here, would you click subscribe, follow, share as we grow our Good Stuff family tree? Check out thegoodstufffamily.com for links to all our social media platforms and for how you or your business could sponsor a story. The Good Stuff Family, reaching and touching hearts around the world by weaving families together one story at a time.
When you got a
On your mark,
problem,
get set, let's go.
well, I got a suggestion. Sometimes it's good to just dance. Come along